Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our hour of live readings. It's so lovely to be back with you all again. I hope you're all well, and if you're in the UK, I hope you're all enjoying the sunshine. But yeah, it's so nice to be back with you all. For those that haven't met me before, my name is Kirsty Ashton, and I am a spiritual medium, and I love being able to connect with your loved ones in spirit. How I tend to work is I'll bring some information through and then I'll find the recipient. It's just with lives how we tend to work at the moment. But it's nice to be with you all, and if you just all give me a second, we'll get started. I am aware of a lady that's stepping close, and this lady is feeling very motherly. She's coming across very loving and kind, and she's not telling me how she passed yet, but we'll see where we go. She's so down to earth and so loving, but her family were everything for her. She would have done anything. She was so supportive to everybody around her, whether it were her friends or family. That were just the kind of lady that she was. But she made everybody believe in themselves, and she's saying that she just wanted the best for her loved ones, her family. She would have given anybody her last penny if they needed it. It was just who she was. She was a very loyal person, very trustworthy. And a lot of people would go to her just for a chat because it made them feel better. I can feel a lot of. She's making me feel like who I need to speak to has got a lot on the mind at the minute, because my head feels like it could explode. And that they feel like they're going round in circles at the moment and stuck with which direction to go. So, Angel, this sounds like your nan. Did you? Oh, we've got a couple. We'll see where we're going. Let me just get some more information and we'll see where we're going. She always fussed over people, and she had like an open door policy. Everybody was welcome, but she hated rifts in family. She hated family fallouts because she didn't see the point in it, because she just wanted everybody to be the best of friends. And she's saying that's what she was like in life, and that's what she wants here. So I do feel that there's been some fallouts in the family, or little family rifts since she passed, that she'd have tried to sort out now if she were here physically. She was a very organised lady. And she loved a routine. She liked to know what she was doing every day. That was just who she was. That was just her. I feel I'm with you, Angel, so I'll come to you if that's okay, and we'll try and work together. And she was a very punctual lady. She was never late, or if she was late, then there was something wrong. Because she was just so kind. She had a lovely sense of humour, and she was just so uplifting. But Angel, she made you feel like you could do anything. That she helped you to be able to believe in yourself, and she always wanted the best for you. She was a good cook. She liked being in the kitchen, cooking and baking, and she's just got a smile. I know you've put a smile that was so great. She's got a smile that just lit up the room. And I know there's such a closeness between you both, because she was always there to help you when... I will just be 10 seconds. It's just Amaz, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about that. They always come at the wrong time. Let me just see what she's saying. She wants to talk more about you at the moment, Angel, than her, because you've needed that. You've needed that extra support, because since she passed, you've held a lot of stuff in, because she's saying you sometimes feel like you're going to explode because you're just holding so much in, and you've not known who to talk to and who you can trust, because she's telling me that you've been hurt a lot over the years, and you created like a little wall, and you don't always know who to let in. But she just wants you to know that you can always turn to her, that she's always listening, because she just wants you to get things off your chest, because she's telling me that you're just so unsettled at the moment and you're not sleeping properly. And she just wants the best for you. She just wants you to turn that corner and move forward, which she knows is hard at the moment for you. She's giving you some buns, and they've got like icing on and sprinkles. And she's telling me that she used to bake with you when you were little, and she just loved the little things that you did together, because she's saying you had a lot of fun. But she's just trying to bring the sweetness around you, and she just wants to treat you. And she will always be your support. She's always there for you to turn to. And she's just got so much love to give. And oh, you've just had a muffin. I feel it's something that she did with you when you was little, making buns and ice in them, because she just had them all on a plate. But she's saying sometimes more of the batter was eaten than went in the cupcake things. But she's saying you just need to take one step at a time and to not rush, because you can do anything you want when you put your mind to it. She's saying you're at a crossroads at the minute, but this crossroads won't last forever. That because there is things that you're interested in doing, and she's just trying to bring a bit of focus around you to help you with moving forward. And she's saying with people, you've stepped back from some people because they were very negative. And she's just saying that in life, people are with us for a season, a reason, or life. And things may not be good with people at the minute, but things can always change if they're meant to. But things will settle down for you. She just wants you to try and relax and to calm your mind and just look after yourself. And she just loves you to bits, and she's just saying, I'm trying my hardest to help you, as she would have said when she was here. I've just picked this card for you, and it says divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see current situation with crystal clear clarity. And the girl in the card, she's sat in front of a fire with some cards and some candles lit around her. And she's taking a step back from life, well, things that are going on. And your nan's just saying when you take a step back from things, then sometimes we see things a bit clearer. But she's bringing some healing to you. So she's saying that you've needed it at the moment. But also, let me just see what that was. Also, there's somebody around you that needs some healing as well. She's giving you a white rose, and white for me is for peace. And she's just bringing that peace to you. She's saying to spend some time in nature if you can, and just to get some fresh air and look at things more clearly. But she's saying sometimes write down what you want to say, or things you want to get off your chest or out of your head, because she's saying sometimes when we write things down, it helps us to see things clearly. But in the card, there's a path. And at first, the path's got a bend, and then it straightens out. And that's how things are for you at the moment. There's a bend in the road, but things will get better. Things will straighten out. And just carry on being you. And your nan's saying to look after number one, because that's who's important. She's saying you're important, and you just need to realize how important you are, and to love yourself as much as she loves you. But I'll just leave her love with you, Angel, and she's saying to keep talking to her because she is helping you with the situation. So I'll just leave all her love with you, and thank you for working with me. Let's see who we've got with us now. You're so welcome, Angel. Let me see who I've got now. I've got a man with me now, and this man's feeling very fatherly. He had a very good sense of humour. He always uplifted people if they were having a bad day. He was very kind, but he would stick up for his loved ones. He'd stick up for his family because his family were important to him. And he's saying for a man, he was a good listener. So he were always there for his family and always there to listen. He was a very smart man. He's saying, I looked after myself, but it got a bit harder when I got a bit older. He says, I didn't like aging. So, Christina, can I come to you, please? I feel that you've been waiting to hear that he's okay. I don't feel it's been a lot of time. He lived life to the fullest. He was a very positive man, and it was a good support to you as well. But he wants you to know he's okay. He's saying, I'm not suffering anymore, I'm okay. But he loved you to bits, and he loved watching you turn to the person that you are today. And I know that it hasn't been easy for you, but he's saying that it was always a tower of strength, and to you, it was your rock at times, and you were always there. You'd go to him with problems, or if you had him a question, or things like that. But he's telling you, I'm still here now. I'm still here. I'm still helping you, and he's trying to let you know that he is around you. Let me see. Just such a kind man. And it would have helped anybody. But you feel, you're saying you felt a bit stuck recently, that you don't know what to do or which way to turn. Because it's saying you're at a crossroads as well. Because there's things you want to do, but you've lost a little confidence in yourself and a little belief. But it's telling me you've got a good gut instinct, you've got a good intuition, and that will serve you well. It's telling me he loved Christmas. He loved to see everybody smiling and enjoying the day, and He loved the Christmas dinner as well, he's saying. But he loved to see everybody opening the presents and just making a fuss of everybody. I do know he liked nature. He liked being out in nature. He liked being able to get some fresh air, but he was a hard worker as well. Let's see what else. He was a very popular man. Nobody really had a bad word to say against him. And he's saying, I didn't realise how popular I was until I passed. But he's saying everything was the way he wanted it to be. You've been asking a lot of questions recently, and he's just saying he is helping with a situation. He's not telling me what the situation is because it's none of my business and we don't open it up. But he's helping you with something that's happening at the moment. He's on about he liked being by the sea. He liked going to the coast and just... They always bring me fish and chips. And he's on about having fish and chips and just watching the world go by and looking out at sea. But he's saying that he's bringing a lot of blue around you. And blue for me is for calmness. And he's saying to find that calmness within, because you've got things that you need to be doing. Or you grew up by a lake also. To get out in nature as well, because that'll help you. He's saying hug a tree if you have to. He's just trying to ground you and he's just giving you ideas for you to help you find that peace within. And he always said he says, I loved being able to get some fresh air. He said, if I've ever had a rubbish day, I'd just get a bit of fresh air, listen to the birds, look out for the insects and things like that. And it always helped him. But he wants to thank you for everything, because you've been a tower of strength to a lot of people since he passed. He's saying you get a lot of energy from hugging trees. I don't feel it's something he's done. I could be wrong with that one. He's giving you a ice cream, and it's got like sherbet and sprinkles and a flaking and some sauce on it. So I know if it's not him, it's you that does like ice cream. I like ice cream too. But I feel there's somebody around you that's been a bit negative, or they've been saying things that don't need to be said. And he's saying sometimes we have to take a step back from people, and they'll find their way back to us if they're meant to. I have a terrible sweet tooth. I keep trying to stop the sweet tooth, but it doesn't always work. But I'll just pick a card for you, Christina. But he is so thankful. And I know you say it with your stepdad, but to him, you was his daughter. And that you always will be. I've got this card for you. and he's giving you a sunflower. And sunflowers for me always stand tall. And your stepdad's just saying stand tall and be proud. But the yellow is for the upliftment that you need at the minute. But he's handing you this beautiful sunflower. And this card says lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy, sometimes she can help us find things we never even realised we were lost. But I feel it's not aimed at a physical thing that's lost. I feel that that's just how you're feeling at the minute, a little bit lost. But you will find yourself again because you're making steps to do that. Let me see. If you ever see flickering lights, it's just your stepdad letting you know that he's there. And he sometimes moves things as well, because he's saying that he tries to distract you. But he's saying, I can do all sorts now and I'm not suffering. And he just he's hoping that will help you, knowing that he's okay. There's a lot of purple in this card, and purple to me is about spiritual connection. So I know you are quite spiritual and you have a huge belief in this. There's also a cat in the card. So I feel that there is a cat in spirit, either linked to you, him, or somebody in the family. There's something about a cat. But there's lots of trees, and it's for the nature, which I've already brought to you. But there's a lot of white in the card, and that's just for some peace that is bringing through. But it looks like darkness into the light. So he's just saying, is your dad, that there is light at the end of the tunnel for you. To just keep looking forward and don't look back. Look back at the good memories, and your memories are here. But look forward, and he's walking this path with you to help you on your journey. And your cat does come around you, and comes to sit next to you on a night when you're watching telly, to try and bring you some comfort that you need at the minute. So I'll just leave your dad's love with you, Christina, and thank you for working with me. He's a lovely man. Right, let's see who we've got now. You're so welcome, Christina. I hope it's helped. I've got another lady with me, and I know this lady's a grandma. She's very creative because she's sat knitting. So she liked making things for the family, whether it was things for babies or things for children. And she'd even knit some blankets as well. She liked to be busy, and she was one of those ladies that she didn't need a pattern in the end. She just knew what she was doing. But she was always busy. She's saying, I always had a lot on. She liked to be busy. I didn't like to be quiet. But she liked the hustle and bustle of family life. She didn't like the peace and the quiet. She could feed an army. She loved cooking, and she could feed an army. She always made too much food, but that's just her, she's saying. Because she never knew who were going to turn up. But she was very particular. She liked things done her way. She didn't just... And she was very independent, so when it came to her needing a little bit of help, she struggled with that because she didn't want to give up her independence. She always dressed nicely, and I feel that she had a belief. She's not telling me what, but she had a belief, whether it was, don't know if it was in spirit or she knew there was something else. She loved getting her hair done because she's making me want to fluff my hair up. And she loved to chat. She's saying I was a bit of a chatterbox. She loved talking to people. And she was a very popular lady. She was a very organised lady. She wore a little watch. And she's saying she kept wearing it because it was a habit. But she couldn't, by the time she got older, she couldn't really see the hands on it. But she liked it. And I know that who I need to come to's got some bits of hers. She's not telling me what just yet. She's saying she was just an all-rounder. She liked doing everything. Let me see. So, Roz, can you take all this information? But as a mother-in-law, I may have got the relationship wrong. I was just going by what I was feeling about her. Right. I'm going to come to Sarah first, but Roz, I'm going to come back to you if that's okay. So I'll just work with Sarah first, but I will come back to you. So I do feel that I do have two ladies with me. She was very popular. If she were going out to do something, whether it would pop to the shop for some milk, she could be gone ages because she'd see everybody she knew. And that was, she loved it. She loved people. She was a people person. She's saying she didn't wear too much jewellery. She wore a ring and a necklace and her little watch. She's on about green fingers, so if it's not with her, there's somebody, if it's not with her, there's somebody around you that likes gardening. And they spend quite a bit of time gardening and they love the flowers. She's just not telling me if that's with her or with somebody around you or if it is you. But she loved flowers. And you do keep... she did like... But she's saying that you did pick things up from her. And she's saying you know what's a weed and what's not a weed. You do think of her a lot. She keeps popping into your mind. And that's her. She's saying that's just me letting you know that I'm there. She just gives you that thought to think of her. So many beautiful... I'm not very good with flowers. I know what's a rose and a carnation. But she had so many different varieties of flowers. But she loved to cultivate. She loved to watch things grow. but she's saying she always liked to watch you grow and grow up. Ever since you were a child, she just loved you, fascinated her, because you always had like a curious mind, and she was always there to help you. She never forgot anybody's birthdays or anniversaries. But I need to give you a birthday that's coming up, and so I do feel it's August, because she's just sat holding a birthday cake. Yeah, that's the relationship she was like your mum. Because there's just so much love there for you. And she helped you so much in life, but she says, I'm still helping you now. And I know you do have those lovely chats with her, and she loves that you keep her up to date on things. She's showing me a lit candle, so I don't know if you ever light a candle in her memory, or if you've ever thought about it, because she's just shown me a lit candle. She always had lots of cakes and things in if visitors were coming. And if you were ever having a bad day, if you were ever having a bad day, she would always make you your favourite thing. She's giving you a lasagna, and she's not telling me why yet, but she's giving you a lasagna. But she loved being in the kitchen. That was her favourite room. And because she's saying that's when everybody comes together. But I know it. I think she just said that then to make you laugh. She just loved everybody coming together. But you take after her a lot. She's saying that family's important to you, and you just like everybody coming together. But it's not been easy for you. Recently, I feel like you felt like you're climbing a mountain, and that it's been a bit of a struggle, but she's been there to support and help you. But she's saying to carry on talking to me, because I'm always listening. And she does come in and check on you regularly as well. And there's somebody close to you at the moment that needs a little bit of healing. But she's saying that you send out healing thoughts, but you sometimes forget about yourself. So she's giving you the help that you need. Let's pick a card for you, Sarah. And you got this one. And it says Magical Gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. And if you can see in the card, it's like it's dark behind the girl, but when she opens the door, it's into the light. And I know I've said that previous to somebody, but I do feel that you've been a bit fed up, you've been stuck in a rut, and you've been wondering what to do. And she's saying to you that when one door closes, another one opens. but she wants you to take charge of your own destiny, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you, and to keep venturing forward, because she's just trying to give you that gentle nudge to, she's saying, be brave. There's a lot of people around you that love and care for you, and they are here to support you, but you've got a lot of love in spirit as well. And to take time for yourself when you can. The girl's wearing a white dress, and that's for peace. So your nan's just bringing some peace around you that you need, because she's telling me also you're not sleeping very well. And there's a lot of green in the card, which is for nature. So she's saying to, even if you just stand outside and get a bit of fresh air when you can, and listen to the birds, and just watch the world go by, it'll help you to just find that calm at the moment that you need. She's given me the time 3:30, and I feel that's one of the times you wake up. She's laughing and saying the witching hour. But just be proud of yourself, because you've achieved a lot in life, and you've just stand tall and be proud, and just be you. Don't let anybody knock you down. Don't let anybody knock your confidence. Just be you. And your nan's just here helping you every step of the way to move forward and to get to where you want to be. But to lean on people when you need, but to lean on her, because she's always there for you. So I'll just leave her love with you, Sarah, and thank you for working with me. Let me just, give me a second, people. Ros, can I come? You're so welcome, Sarah. Can I come back to you quickly, Ros? Oh, you're so welcome, Sarah. I'm glad I could bring her through for you. Because I did feel there was somebody else when I was talking earlier, but I feel you could take some of what I gave to Sarah. But your mother-in-law was a special lady to you. She was a good listener, and she was a lady that you could open up to. But life's been a bit up and down recently, she's saying. And she's just been trying to help you to move forward. Because she's saying you've got a lot of ideas that you want to do. And to just, when she's saying when you put your mind to something, you can do it. That at the moment you're thinking, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? There's a lot of ideas that you want to do. But you've got a good gut instinct. You're quite intuitive. You know if you like somebody without, or you're going to get on with somebody, but without even speaking to them. You can walk into a room and think, oh, I don't really want to be here. And to trust that. And she's saying if you have to write a pros and cons list. But she was such a kind lady. She liked to be busy. She didn't like being not busy. and she was very independent, but when she find it hard to accept help as well, she's saying, because she always thought she should be the one that helped everybody else. So when it came to her needing some help, she had it was a bit of a struggle for her. But she was so grateful of everything that was done for her. And she was so grateful for her family. Because she's saying, I have a lovely family. Everybody were there for me when I needed them the most. And she loved how you'd listen to her. And some days she didn't need to say anything. She just needed to get things off, to say things to, and you were just always there to listen. But it's just been a hard time recently. But she's saying you dealt with everything how you should have done. And I know she keeps popping into your mind. You keep thinking, is she okay? And she is. She says, I'm not suffering now. I come in and check on you and all the family. And let me see. She just likes to check in on you all, but she'd have done that when she was here as well, even if it were just picking up the phone. Let's see what card we've got for you. We've got this card. And it says moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try eat mindfully and healthfully, although fairies say a little bit of what you fancy does you good. And a little bit of what you fancy does you good, but that's not what I'm going to read in the card. There's a lot of green, so I know in the family there's some healing that's needed at the moment. And there's somebody sat at the table with, and she loved everybody at the table. If you'd gone round for a meal or something, she loved to hear what you'd been up to, what the family had been up to. And she always took an interest. There's 3 candles. So I don't know if you can take the number 3 or the 3rd month, which would be March, or 3 in a family. There's something about the number 3 she's just not telling me about. And she didn't like, if you're having a cuppa, she wouldn't eat it out of drink it out of a big mug. Oh. I'm really sorry, just give me a second. I'm really sorry about that. Everything just happens at once. Yeah, when she had a cup of tea, she didn't like a big mug. It'd either be a little china mug or it's saying if I fancy a cup and saucer. But she treasured every moment, and she likes that you go down memory lane, that you've got a lot of memories of her, and that you'll go back over old photos that have passed, and you like to look back at memories and things. things will become clear. There's a big vase of flowers on the table, so I know that your mother-in-law loved her flowers. And there's like some fairy lights, and it's like and she's showing you the way to go. And she treated you as a daughter. She treated everybody as an equal, and that's how you are now. But she's saying things will settle down for you. And just keep following the path that's lighting your way, because you've got bright things to come. And she just wants to give you a big hug and just let you know that things will get better. So I'll just leave her love with you, Roz, and her respect and her gratitude for you being you. And I'll just leave her love with you and thank you for working with me. I'm just going to pick a couple of cards. We've got 5 minutes for people I'm drawn to. So Tonya, I'll come to you first with a card. And Tonya, I've got this card for you, and it's the divination one. I know I've given this one already today. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So there's something that happening now that you need to see a bit clearly, and that somebody's seen things through rose tinted glasses. I feel that it's been a uphill struggle for you recently, and there's been a little bit of conflict, but the card's just telling you to take time for you. You don't have to be out in nature, but sometimes being in nature can help. And just relax. There's a lot of green in the card, and that's for healing. Healing for you. And I feel like things are straightening out at the minute. And you are finding your own way. There's a lot of orange in the card, and orange for me is creativity. So there's things that you want to be doing, and it's your time now to do them. You've got there's pink in the card, and that's for love. And you've got a lot of loving spirit, but there's some yellow for upliftment. But it's just lighting the way for you to move forward. Because at times you felt like you're taking one step forward and one step back. But you've got people in spirit that are walking beside you down this path every day. And to not be too hard on yourself. And don't let people get to you. And just carry on living your life for you and not for anybody else. Because there's things you want to be doing, and it's your time to be doing them now. And I'll just say thank you for working with me, Tonya. Bernadette, I'm drawn to you, so I'll pick you a card, please. And this is your card, Bernadette. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper, manifestation step 1. But I'm not giving you what the words have said. There's a lot of gold in the card, and gold for me is a new chapter in your life. And to move forward. Because there's things you've taken a step back from, but the lady's holding a light in the air, and she's just wearing gold dress, there's gold roses around her, and it's just, she's moving forward. Because they're saying when one door closes, another one opens. I know there's a lady in spirit with you that loved flowers, and that you really miss her, and she just is around you. But to just take time out when you need it. Because there's nothing wrong with you taking a step back. And nothing's going anywhere. Everything will be still there when you're ready to come back. But just be patient and kind with yourself. There is some healing for you as well. Because there's a lot of green in the card. But everything will fall into place when it's meant to. But just be proud of yourself. Because your mind, you're finding it hard to switch off. So just do things that you enjoy at the moment, and even if that's watching telly or just sat outside, to just be you. Because you know everything's waiting for you. And you will move forward on this path. And there may be some changes, but change is good. But just look forward. And don't listen. As somebody's just said, don't listen to any nonsense. But the angels are with you, helping you on this journey. And your loved ones are too. So I'll just say thank you for working with me, and I hope that helps. I'm really sorry I couldn't get round more people, but it's been so lovely to be here with you all again this week. I will be back again next week. An hour just goes so quickly. But just remember that I know I couldn't get round everybody today, but your loved ones are always with you, and sometimes you can take a message in a message. So anything you could take from anything that was said today, that's just a little sign from your loved ones, just to let you know that they're there. But just remember that spirit is everywhere, and they walk beside us every day on this journey of life, and that you're never alone. So I'll just say thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. So bye for now.